A Flight to Remember. On a crisp autumn morning, 9-year-old Lily Thompson boarded her first flight, clutching her mother's hand, her heart racing with excitement. She was headed to Chicago to visit her grandmother, a trip she'd dreamed of for months. But what began as a joyful adventure turned into a nightmare when a bitter flight attendant, Diane Carter, unleashed her frustrations on the innocent girl, leaving her injured and her family shattered. Unbeknownst to Diane, Lily's father, Captain David Reynolds, was a seasoned pilot who would stop at nothing to seek justice for his daughter. Lily and her mother, Claire, navigated the bustling Atlanta airport, Lily's eyes wide as she watched planes roar into the sky. "Mom, is that ours?" she asked, pointing to a sleek jet. Claire, a single mom who'd saved for this trip by working extra shifts at a local diner, smiled. "That's the one, honey. Grandma's waiting for us in Chicago. She's got plans for the zoo and deep dish pizza." Lily beamed, imagining the adventures ahead. She'd never met her grandma in person, only through video calls, and this trip felt like a grand milestone. As they settled into row 14 on Flight 623, Lily's excitement grew. She wore a tiny pilot's badge, a gift from her father, pinned proudly to her jacket. Captain David Reynolds, always away flying for Horizon Airways, was her hero. Though his demanding job kept him from home, Lily cherished the stories he told of soaring through the clouds. "Will Dad fly over us?" she asked. Claire's smile faltered. "He's working, sweetheart, but he's always watching over you." Among the crew was Diane Carter, a 20-year veteran flight attendant whose sharp demeanor hid a storm of personal troubles. That morning, her landlord had threatened eviction, and a heated argument with her sister had left her fuming. Her forced smile barely masked her contempt for the passengers she served. When Claire asked for help with their carry-on, Diane snapped, "Do it yourself. I've got enough to deal with." Lily frowned. "Why is she so mad, Mom?" Claire hugged her. "Some people just have rough days, honey. It's not about you." The flight took off smoothly, and Lily pressed her nose to the window, marveling as the world shrank below. "We're flying like Dad," she exclaimed. 2 hours in, turbulence rattled the cabin. Lily gripped Claire's hand, reassured by her mother's calm words. "It's just a bumpy road in the sky." Soon, the meal service began. Lily, fascinated by the tray's neat compartments, nibbled her sandwich, saving her chocolate chip cookie for last. As she reached for it, her pilot's badge slipped off, sliding under the seat ahead. "My badge!" Lily cried, unbuckling her seatbelt to retrieve it. She knelt, stretching under the seat, unaware that Diane was storming down the aisle with a tray of drinks. Diane, distracted by a cruel text from her sister, spotted Lily on the floor. Instead of helping, a surge of rage consumed her. She'd overheard Lily mention her pilot father earlier, a reminder of her own failed dreams of becoming a pilot. "Little princess," she muttered, her anger boiling over. A passenger shouted, "Look out," but Diane ignored the warning. With a deliberate swing, she slammed the metal tray downward, striking Lily's face. The impact was brutal, breaking her nose with a sickening crunch. Lily's scream echoed through the cabin as blood poured from her face. Claire dropped to her knees, cradling her daughter. "Lily, oh God!" Passengers gasped, and a nurse from business class rushed over. Diane stood frozen, the tray in her hands, feigning shock. Inside, she felt a twisted satisfaction, already plotting her defense. She shouldn't have been in the aisle. Diane barked, her voice cold. "Parents need to control their kids." The nurse, examining Lily's swollen face, snapped, "This child needs a hospital now." Claire sobbed, holding Lily's hand. "Mommy, why did she hit me?" Lily whimpered. Diane's eyes narrowed. "I didn't hit anyone. This is your fault." Outraged passengers spoke up. "I saw you swing that tray on purpose," a teacher shouted. "That was no accident," an elderly man added. Diane's face flushed, but she doubled down. "You're all wrong. I'd never hurt a child." The captain's voice crackled over the intercom. "We're making an emergency landing in St. Louis due to a medical emergency." Claire, trembling, begged a crew member, "Please contact my husband, Captain David Reynolds. He's a pilot." Diane scoffed. "Sure, everyone's married to a pilot when they want attention." The nurse glared at her. "Show some humanity. This girl is hurt." In St. Louis, paramedics rushed Lily to a hospital. Doctors confirmed a severe nasal fracture requiring immediate surgery. Claire, alone in the waiting room, left a frantic voicemail for David. "Lily's hurt. We're at St. Louis General. Please come." David, preparing for a flight from Seattle to Dallas, heard the message and felt his world collapse. He arranged a flight to St. Louis, still in his uniform, his mind racing with fear and fury. At the hospital, David found Claire in tears. "She's in surgery," she said. There was so much blood. David held her, his voice breaking. "I'm here now." Hours later, the surgeon reported success but warned of potential scarring and follow-up procedures. In Lily's room, her bandaged face broke David's heart. "Daddy," she whispered. He knelt beside her. "I'm right here, kiddo. Always." Determined to uncover the truth, David used his airline connections to investigate. He secured cabin footage and passenger statements, revealing Diane's deliberate act. The video showed her glaring at Lily before swinging the tray, her cruel comments about doubting David's job captured clearly. Witnesses confirmed her hostility, noting her history of passenger complaints, which the airline had ignored. David confronted Diane at the St. Louis airport after her shift. "Are you Diane Carter?" he asked, his voice icy. Diane, startled, nodded. "I'm Captain David Reynolds, Lily's father. You hurt my daughter on purpose." Diane paled, stammering. "I didn't know she was your kid." David's eyes blazed. "You saw a child and chose to harm her. I have the footage and witnesses. You're done." The airline fired Diane, banning her from the industry. The footage, leaked online, sparked outrage. Diane faced charges of assault and child endangerment, her life unraveling under public scrutiny. Lily, meanwhile, endured 3 surgeries. David took leave to be with her, realizing family trumped his career. Lily's resilience shone through, her spirit unbroken despite her scars. She received letters and gifts from strangers, including toy planes from David's colleagues. Months later, Diane, broken and remorseful, visited Lily in the hospital. Claire hesitated, but Lily, wise beyond her years, agreed to see her. Diane, a shadow of her former self, sobbed. "I'm so sorry, Lily. I was wrong to hurt you." Lily, her voice steady, said, "My dad says mistakes happen, but you can't be mean to kids anymore." Diane nodded, vowing to change. Lily recovered fully, her small scar a badge of courage. David took a training role, staying closer to home. Claire enrolled in nursing school, inspired by Lily's care team. Lily, now 11, became a school leader, known for kindness. A book about her story raised funds for injured children, and Horizon Airways revamped its training, citing her case. 2 years later, the Reynolds family flew to Florida for a vacation. A flight attendant recognized Lily. "You're Lily Reynolds, right? Your story changed how we treat passengers." "Thank you." Lily smiled. "Thanks for keeping people safe up here." As the plane soared, Lily looked at the clouds, her dreams of becoming a pilot growing. "Dad, I'll fly like you, but I'll always be kind." David squeezed her hand. "That's my girl." Diane, working at a small Missouri diner, volunteered at a children's clinic, honoring Lily's lesson. She'd never fly again, but she'd learned to live with compassion. Lily's story, a testament to forgiveness and resilience, continued to inspire, proving that even in darkness, kindness could light the way. What do you think about Lily's story? How should society address violence and injustice, especially against the vulnerable? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know where you stand.